Captain Lucas Bennett stood on the bridge of the Wanderer's Hope, watching the stars through the main viewport. His ship was in trouble. They had hit some space debris 20 minutes ago, and now systems were failing all over the place. Alarms rang out constantly. Red lights blinked from every control panel, and the ship shook with small tremors. "Katie, give me a full report," Lucas called to his first officer, Katie Morgan, who was working at her station with sweat dripping down her face. "It's not good, Captain," Katie said without looking up from her screen. "The debris hit us hard. Our shields are down to 30%. We've got hull breaches on decks 4, 5, 6, and 7. The air is leaking out fast. Emergency doors. Sealed those sections, but we lost 17 crew members." Lucas felt his stomach drop. 17 people. Good people. He'd known them all personally. The Wanderer's Hope wasn't a military ship. It was a transport vessel carrying 200 colonists to the outer rim. They had families on board, children, elderly people. This mission was supposed to be routine. "Can we fix the engines?" Lucas asked. "Ryan is working on it now," Katie said, referring to their chief engineer, Ryan Carter. "But he says we need replacement parts we don't have." Greg Walsh, the navigation officer, suddenly called out in panic. "Captain, sensors picking up something big. Unknown ship approaching fast from our port side." "On screen," Lucas ordered. The main viewport changed to show sensor data. What they saw made everyone on the bridge stare in shock. A massive ship was heading straight for them. It was unlike anything any human had ever seen. The vessel was enormous, maybe 20 times the size of their transport. Its shape shifted constantly like it was made of liquid metal. Purple energy crackled along its surface. "Try to hail them," Lucas said, though his voice shook slightly. "All frequencies." "No response, sir," said Greg. The alien ship slowed as it came close. It stopped right next to the Wanderer's Hope. For a moment, everything was quiet except for their own alarms. Then Lucas felt something strange in his mind. It wasn't words exactly, but he understood the meaning perfectly. Everyone on the bridge gasped at the same time. They were all hearing the same thing. "Identify yourselves, lesser beings." Dr. Amy Rodriguez, the ship's xenobiologist, stepped forward quickly. She had been studying the possibility of alien contact for years, though no human had ever made contact before. "We are humans from the Sol system. Our ship is damaged. We need help. We mean you no harm." The alien presence in their minds felt cold and calculating. There was a pause that seemed to last forever. "Humans, we have found you. We are the Void Seekers. We have been sent by the Dominion Empire to eliminate your species. Your existence ends now." The words hit everyone like ice water. Lucas grabbed his armrest as fear shot through him. "Why?" Katie managed to ask. "We've never done anything to you. We don't even know who you are. Your species shows signs of rapid advancement. The Dominion Council has determined you will become a threat. All potential threats must be removed before they spread too far." Lucas looked around at his crew. They all had the same expression. Terror, mixed with disbelief. They were going to die, and for what? Because they might someday be dangerous? The alien ship powered up its weapons. The Wanderer's Hope was a civilian vessel with minimal shields and no weapons at all. Their fate was sealed. "Prepare weapons. Hooray," the Void Seeker declared. "Targeting complete. Beginning elimination sequence." Lucas grabbed the ship's intercom. "All hands, this is the captain. Brace for impact. Find something to hold on to." His voice cracked slightly, but he tried to stay strong for his crew. Parents rushed to hold their children. Couples embraced. Some people prayed to their various faiths. Others just sat in stunned silence. The crew on the bridge waited for the end, but nothing happened. A full minute passed. The weapons remained charged but didn't fire. The alien presence in their minds seemed confused. "We cannot proceed," the Void Seekers finally announced. "What do you mean?" Dr. Rodriguez asked cautiously. "We are assassins. We study our targets thoroughly before elimination. We understand every aspect of their species, their culture, their potential. But your species, your minds, they are unlike anything in our experience. Lucas dared to hope. What makes us different? Your thoughts are complex. You feel emotions deeply. You create art and music for no practical purpose. You form bonds with other beings, even those not your own species. You dream of futures that may never exist. You sacrifice yourselves for others without expectation of reward. We have never encountered such diversity in thought patterns. The bridge crew exchanged glances. They didn't fully understand what was happening, but the alien assassins seemed to be having second thoughts. So you won't kill us? Lucas asked carefully. We cannot complete our mission. To end your existence would be to destroy something unique in the universe. Our sensors detect creativity, compassion, and potential beyond standard parameters. Katie spoke up hesitantly. But what about your mission? Won't your empire send someone else? Affirmative. The Dominion has many methods of elimination. Automated warships that follow programming without question. World crackers that shatter planets. They will come for your homeworld. Your species will not survive. The relief Lucas had felt moments ago disappeared. Even if these void seekers wouldn't kill them, Earth itself was doomed. How long do we have? He asked. 12 standard cycles. Your planet will be completely destroyed. Lucas did the mental math quickly. That was about 6 weeks Earth time. Not nearly enough time to warn Earth, let alone prepare any defense. Listen, Lucas said urgently. You said you're having trouble with your mission because we're too complex to kill. What if we could use that? What if you helped us instead? The alien presence became very still. Explain. You know the Dominion systems, their weapons, their tactics. You could help us prepare, help us survive. You've already decided not to kill us. Maybe you could decide to save us instead. The bridge crew held their breath as they waited for a response. This would be treason against the Dominion. The penalty is erasure from existence. But you're already in trouble for not completing your mission, Dr. Rodriguez pointed out. At least this way some good comes from it. Another long pause. When the Void Seekers spoke again, their mental voice had changed somehow. It felt warmer, more personal. We will assist you. Contact your homeworld. We have much to discuss if you wish to survive what comes next. As the crew began implementing emergency repairs with the Void Seekers' help, Lucas realized that first contact had not gone at all as anyone had predicted. They had found allies among their would-be killers. Now they had to convince an entire planet to trust these alien assassins and prepare for a war against an empire they knew nothing about. The race to save humanity had begun. The Void Seekers began transferring technology to the Wanderer's Hope immediately. Strange devices appeared on the bridge, floating cubes that connected directly to the ship's computers. Ryan Carter worked alongside alien machines, his engineering knowledge pushed to its limits as he tried to understand the advanced repairs. Their technology is incredible, Ryan told Lucas over the intercom. These tools can fix damage that would have taken us months to repair. We'll be space-worthy again in hours, not weeks. On the bridge, Dr. Rodriguez sat across from a shifting mass of liquid metal that had taken a roughly humanoid shape. This was Zelthanor, the Void Seeker who had decided to speak for their group. Explain your empire to us, Dr. Rodriguez said. We need to understand what we're facing. Zelthanor's form rippled as it processed the question. The Dominion spans 700 planets across this galactic sector. They control 83 different species. Some joined willingly. Others joined because they had no choice. The Dominion maintains order through fear and overwhelming force. But why kill species that aren't even part of your empire? Katie asked. Prevention is simpler than cure, Zelthanor replied. The Dominion Council analyzes every species they encounter. They predict potential threats based on technological advancement, population growth, and mental complexity. When a species reaches certain thresholds, elimination is ordered. Lucas felt frustrated. How can anyone be judge, jury, and executioner for entire planets they've never even met? It has worked for 40,000 of your years, Zelthanor said simply. The galaxy remains stable. Conflicts are minimal. The Dominion's peace endures. That's Not peace, Greg spoke up angrily. That's oppression. How many species have you personally eliminated? For the first time, Zelthanor hesitated. 732. The bridge fell silent. Everyone stared at the assassin who claimed to want to help them. Lucas realized they were putting their fate in the hands of mass murderers. Why should we trust you? He asked bluntly. You have no choice, Zelthanor answered, just as bluntly. Without our help, your world dies. With our help, your world might survive. The decision is yours. Hours passed as repairs continued. The Void Seekers worked efficiently, their liquid metal forms adapting to every task. They shared technical data freely, answering questions about their weapons, shields, and faster-than-light travel. Ryan filled multiple hard drives with information. But it was Dr. Rodriguez who made the breakthrough in actual communication. Working with Greg at the navigation console, she discovered that the Void Seekers used quantum entanglement for instant communication across vast distances. We need to contact Earth, Lucas decided. We need to warn them. Opening a quantum channel to Sol system, Lucas initiated first contact with humanity's homeworld. The subspace message would take only minutes to reach Earth, despite the vast distance. This is Captain Lucas Bennett of the Wanderer's Hope, he broadcast. We have made contact with alien intelligence. Repeat, this is first contact. The situation is critical. Stand by for detailed report. Minutes later, a frantic response came back. This is Earth Defense Command. Captain Bennett, please confirm. Did you say alien contact? Confirmed, Lucas replied. And they're not friendly. Request immediate connection to United Earth Council. We have a lot to explain and very little time. While waiting for the connection to Earth's leadership, the Void Seekers continued their work. Their repairs had restored the Wanderer's Hope to better condition than when it left Earth's orbit. New shield emitters hummed with alien energy. The engines now operated at peak efficiency. I still don't understand, Katie said to Zelthanor. You've killed hundreds of species. What changed with us? Zelthanor's form shifted uncomfortably. We are designed to be perfect killers. We study our targets completely. We understand them. But understanding humans made us question ourselves for the first time. How so? Other species we eliminated were simpler. They had hierarchies based on strength or instinct. Their thoughts were straightforward. But humans, Zelthanor paused. Your minds create entire worlds inside themselves. Stories that aren't real but mean everything to you. Music that serves no practical purpose but makes you feel emotions you can't explain. You help each other even when there's no benefit. You explore space not for resources, but for knowledge. Dr. Rodriguez leaned forward. You're saying our imagination saved us? In a way, Zelthanor agreed. We see the galaxy mathematically, but humans see possibilities. When I connected with your minds to understand you for elimination, I found beauty, complexity beyond our calculations. To destroy such potential seemed wrong. The quantum link to Earth finally connected. Lucas found himself facing a holographic projection of 6 leaders from Earth's major nations. Their faces showed shock and disbelief. Captain Bennett said, President Maya Wilson of the United Americas, explain everything from the beginning. Lucas did so with the Void Seekers filling in technical details. He showed them the alien ship, introduced them to Zelthanor, and outlined the threat facing Earth. By the end, the Earth leaders sat in stunned silence. Prime Minister Chen Hong from the Asian Alliance spoke first. You're telling us that alien assassins attacked your ship, then decided not to kill you and now want to help us fight their own empire? Yes, Lucas confirmed. And in 6 weeks, an alien fleet will arrive to destroy our planet? Yes. Chancellor Elena Petrov of the European Federation shook her head. This is insane. These creatures admit to genocide. Why should we trust them? Because they have nothing to gain by deceiving us, Lucas argued. If they wanted us dead, we'd already be dead. They've given us technology freely. They're risking everything to help us. But these Dominion forces coming to Earth, General Harrison of Earth Defense spoke up. If these Void Seekers are such expert assassins, how can automated ships be more dangerous? Zelthanor answered directly. Automated warships have no conscience, no ability to recognize value in their targets. They follow programmed instructions without deviation. They will arrive at your coordinates, scan for life signs, and deploy planet-killing weapons. Your entire world will become lifeless in minutes. The Earth leaders exchanged worried glances. What exactly are these planet-killing weapons? General Harrison asked. Neutronium cascade bombs, Zelthanor explained. They chain react with atomic matter, converting your planet's core into ultra-dense neutronium. The resulting gravitational collapse will compress Earth to 1/10 its current size. All organic life will be crushed out of existence. Dr. Rodriguez felt sick. How do we defend against something like that? Your current shields and weapons are primitive by Dominion standards, Zelthanor said, but the automated ships have weaknesses. We know every detail of their design. We know their attack patterns. With our help, you have a chance. What about your people? Lucas asked. What happens to you if you help us? We will be declared traitors. The Dominion will send other Void Seekers to execute us. But if Earth survives this initial attack, our actions might inspire others. There are species within the Dominion who suffer under their rule. Some might be willing to join a rebellion. President Wilson straightened in her chair. What exactly are you proposing? An alliance, Zelthanor said. We will share all our knowledge of Dominion technology. Help you. Build defenses, train your forces. In exchange, we ask for sanctuary when our own people come for us. Assuming we survive, said Chancellor Petrov. Assuming you survive, Zelthanor agreed. The Earth leaders began debating among themselves. Arguments filled the secure channel. Some called for immediate military mobilization. Others worried about trusting former killers. A few pointed out they had no real choice. Finally, President Wilson addressed Lucas. Captain, you're the only human who has dealt directly with these beings. What is your recommendation? Lucas looked at his crew, then at Zelthanor. He thought about the 17 people they'd lost to debris, and the billions who would die if they didn't act. I say we take the deal, he said firmly. We work with them, learn from them, prepare for war, because the alternative is extinction. General Harrison nodded slowly. I agree. We have 6 weeks to turn Earth into a fortress. Every minute counts. Then, it's decided, President Wilson declared. Captain Bennett, return to Earth immediately. Bring your alien allies. We have a planet to save. As the quantum link closed, Lucas felt the weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders. Had he just saved humanity, or had he invited worse enemies into their home? Only time would tell. Ryan appeared on the bridge with a status report. All repairs complete, Captain. Ready for immediate departure. Set course for Earth, Lucas ordered. Maximum speed. The Wanderer's Hope turned toward home, followed by the massive Void Seeker ship. Behind them, space remained empty and peaceful. But everyone aboard knew that peace would soon shatter. War was coming to Earth's doorstep, and ready or not, humanity would face its greatest test. In the depths of space, on hundreds of worlds across the sector, automated factories began building the warships that would destroy Earth. The machines followed their programming without question or mercy. The countdown had begun. Earth's surface buzzed with activity as the Wanderer's Hope approached. Spacecraft of all types swarmed around the planet, building a defensive perimeter that would have seemed impossible 3 weeks ago. The Void Seeker's ship followed close, behind, its metallic form causing both fear and wonder among the humans who saw it. Captain Lucas stood on the bridge as Earth grew larger in the viewport. Atmospheric entry in 20 minutes, Greg announced from navigation. Open a channel to Earth Defense Command, Lucas ordered. Channel open, sir. This is Captain Lucas Bennett returning from mission. We bring our allies as agreed. Welcome home, Captain, came the reply. You are cleared for direct landing at New Geneva facility. Military escort will guide you in. 20. Sleek fighter craft joined formation around the Wanderer's Hope. The Void Seeker ship followed, its massive size dwarfing everything around it. As they descended through Earth's atmosphere, Katie Morgan pointed to massive construction sites visible from orbit. "Look at those, they've been building non-stop. New shield generators," Ryan Carter explained. "Based on the designs Exelthanor provided, they're placing them around major cities first." The ships landed at New Geneva facility, a massive complex built during the 3 weeks the Wanderers' Hope had traveled to Earth. Military personnel formed a perimeter as the crews disembarked. Exelthanor and 4 other Void Seekers floated down the ramp, their forms shifting nervously. General Patricia Webb, commander of Earth Defense, stepped forward. She wore a crisp uniform and carried herself with military precision. "Captain Bennett, welcome back, and welcome to our guests." Exelthanor's form solidified into something resembling a human shape. "General Webb, we appreciate your welcome. Time grows short." "Indeed," the general agreed. "We've prepared laboratories for your equipment. Our scientists are eager to begin work immediately." Over the next 5 days, Earth transformed. The Void Seekers shared everything they knew about Dominion weapons technology. Human engineers worked around the clock to adapt alien systems for Earth-built spacecraft. Dr. Amy Rodriguez led the science team studying Void Seeker biology. In her lab, she made an interesting discovery while examining Exelthanor. "Your people aren't really individuals, are you?" she asked Exelthanor one night while running tests. "What do you mean?" the alien replied. "You all share the same memories," she explained. "When one Void Seeker learns something, all of them learn it instantly. You're like a multi-bodied consciousness." "That is correct. We are one mind in many forms. It makes us efficient killers. No knowledge is lost when one form is destroyed." Dr. Rodriguez thought about this. "But meeting humans changed you. How?" Exelthanor's form rippled as it searched for words. "Your individuality is powerful. Each human thinks differently, creates differently. When I connected with human minds, I gained variations of thought I had never experienced. It was overwhelming." Daniel Hayes, the security chief from the Wanderers' Hope, overheard this as he brought new equipment. "So you're saying our differences saved us?" "Yes," Exelthanor confirmed. "Your species thrives on diversity. The Dominion seeks uniformity. That is why they fear you." Meanwhile, at the Military Command Center, Lucas attended daily strategy meetings. Major powers of Earth had united under a single command structure. Resources poured in from every nation. "Our first line of defense will be the orbital platforms," General Webb explained, pointing to holographic displays. "Void Seeker shield technology integrated with our best weapons. Second line, the fleet. We've retrofitted every available spacecraft with Dominion-grade armament." "What about ground defenses?" asked Admiral Patricia Green of the Space Navy. "Shield generators protect our major cities," Webb replied. "If the orbital defenses fail, these city shields can hold for up to 72 hours. "And if those fail?" someone asked. No one answered. They all knew what happened when city shields failed. Over coffee later, Lucas found himself talking with Dr. Rodriguez and Exelthanor. They sat in a corner of the cafeteria, an unlikely trio discussing their situation. "I keep thinking about what you said earlier," Dr. Rodriguez told Exelthanor, "about how we're all so different. Do you think that's why humans survive so long? We adapt because we see things differently?" "Evolution favors variation," Exelthanor agreed. "We observed similar patterns in other species before they joined the Dominion. Those that resisted longest had diverse thinking patterns." "Wait," Lucas interrupted. "You said other species took longer to defeat? How long are we talking about?" "The Krell Empire lasted 6 months after first Dominion contact," Exelthanor answered. "The Archean civilization held out for almost a year. They both had stronger technology than Earth currently possesses." Dr. Rodriguez felt her stomach drop. "And they still lost?" "Ultimately, yes. The Dominion's numbers are overwhelming, but they had weaknesses you do not." "What weaknesses?" Lucas asked quickly. "They were unified species. Their citizens thought similarly, acted predictably. Dominion war computers calculated their responses accurately. But humans, Zelthanor paused. Your chaos may be your strength. 2 weeks passed in frantic preparation. Earth's population helped however they could. Children collected materials for recycling into ship components. Elderly people staffed communication centers. Everyone prepared for what was coming. In a former music hall converted into a strategy center, Katie Morgan worked with a team of void seekers on tactical simulations. Holographic battles played out continuously as they refined Earth's defensive plans. What if we try this approach? Katie suggested, manipulating the display. Instead of meeting them head-on, we engage in hit-and-run tactics, force them to spread out their fleet. One void seeker, identifying itself as Zinkill, studied the simulation. This divergent thinking again. Your species excels at improvisation. The Dominion war computers will struggle to predict such random tactics. It's not random, Katie protested. It's creative. To the Dominion war computers, creativity equals unpredictability, Zinkill explained. This frightens them. They prefer calculated certainty. On the last day before the expected Dominion arrival, Earth held a global ceremony. People gathered in cities across the planet, watching giant screens as world leaders spoke. President Maya Wilson addressed billions. Tomorrow, humanity faces its greatest challenge. We stand not as nations, but as one species. We fight not just for survival, but for our right to exist as free beings. Whatever happens, remember this day when the people of Earth stood together. In orbit, Lucas stood on the bridge of the reimagined Wanderer's Hope. The ship now bristled with void seeker weapons and shields. Around Earth, hundreds of similarly equipped vessels took defensive positions. Final systems check, Lucas ordered. All systems operational, Ryan reported. Shield generators at 120% capacity. Communication networks locked in, Katie added. Fleet coordination ready. Greg checked his displays constantly. Still no sign of Dominion ships on long-range sensors. Dr. Rodriguez worked at a science station. Quantum communication systems online. If needed, we can contact other star systems for backup. She paused. Though backup won't arrive in time. On Earth's surface, children asked their parents about tomorrow. Some families prayed together. Others simply held hands. Everyone knew what was coming. Zelthanor appeared on the bridge as night fell over Earth. They will arrive with the dawn. 12 ships, each capable of destroying your world. You must be ready. We're as ready as we'll ever be, Lucas replied. What about you? If we survive, the Dominion will come for you next. We have chosen our path, Zelthanor responded. For the first time in our existence, we fight for life instead of death. It feels correct. In orbital command stations, military personnel stayed awake on caffeine and determination. Commanders reviewed battle plans one last time. Weapons teams checked targeting systems. Everyone waited. On the Wanderer's Hope, Lucas gathered his original crew for a final meal together. They shared stories and memories, avoiding talk of tomorrow's battle. For a few hours, they pretended everything was normal. As they finished eating, explosions lit up the night sky. The global shield test was running perfectly. Cities glowed under protective energy domes. The sight gave hope to millions watching. Whatever happens tomorrow, Lucas told his crew. I want you all to know I'm proud to have served with you. You've handled this crisis magnificently. We're not done yet, Captain, Ryan grinned. Still got a war to win. Deep in space, beyond human detection range, the Dominion automated warships entered the Sol system. They followed their programming without emotion. 12 vessels armed for planetary destruction moved steadily toward Earth. The countdown to humanity's greatest battle entered its final hours. Red alarms blared across every ship in Earth's fleet. Long-range sensors detected the Dominion warships entering the outer solar system. They moved faster than anything humans had imagined possible. Captain, Greg shouted on the Wanderer's Hope bridge. 12 ships dropping out of faster-than-light travel. They'll reach us in 4 hours. Lucas activated the emergency channels. All ships, this is Captain Bennett. Enemy confirmed. Prepare for immediate engagement. Execute Defense Plan Beta. Zelthanor floated beside the command console, its metallic form pulsing with nervous energy. They are moving into attack formation. These ships operate on a specific pattern. They will try to overwhelm your orbital defenses first. Can you predict their attacks? Katie asked while coordinating fleet movements. With certainty, Zelthanor replied. The automated systems follow protocols. They analyze defensive strength and attack where they calculate the weakest points. Lucas watched the tactical display. The Dominion ships were massive, each one dwarfed Earth's largest battleships. Their hulls glowed with the same purple energy fields as the Void Seeker ship. Why don't they just shoot those planet-killer weapons right away? Dr. Rodriguez asked from her science station. They must establish orbit. First, Zelthanor explained. The neutronium cascade requires precise positioning. They will attempt to clear a path through your defenses. The first 3 hours passed in tense preparation. Earth's combined fleet of 200 ships spread across defensive zones. Void. Seeker technology had upgraded human weapons significantly, but no one knew if it would be enough. On the Wanderer's Hope, Ryan ran system checks constantly. Shield generators holding at maximum. Weapons charged. We're as ready as we'll ever be. General Webb's voice came over secure comm channels. All commanders, listen carefully. We engage according to Void Seeker tactical advice. We don't try to win directly. We survive long enough to locate weak points. Lucas felt the weight of responsibility. He had brought the Void Seekers to Earth. If this went wrong, millions would blame him. But there had been no other choice. Daniel Hayes moved between stations, checking crew readiness. Everyone knows their jobs. We've drilled for this. Keep cool heads and remember your training. The Dominion ships finally slowed to sublight speed. They arranged themselves in a geometric pattern Earth's computers recognized as an attack formation. For several minutes, space remained quiet. Then hell broke loose. The Dominion ships opened fire simultaneously. Massive purple energy beams cut through space toward Earth's orbital defense stations. The shields held against the first barrage, but power levels dropped dramatically. Return fire, Lucas commanded. Earth's fleet answered with everything they had. Missiles, energy weapons, and adapted Voidseeker technology launched toward the attackers. The space between Earth and Moon filled with explosions and deadly light. Katie coordinated fleet movements with machine efficiency. Fighter wings deploy. Attack pattern Gamma. Target their shield projectors. Hundreds of small fighter craft swarmed from larger ships. They darted between massive Dominion vessels, firing micro-torpedoes at specific weak points Zelthanor had identified. Their shields are modular, Zelthanor explained quickly. Overload one section and it cascades. But be warned, they have backup systems. The battle raged for hours. Earth's ships moved in formations designed to confuse the automated targeting. Systems. Instead of meeting direct assaults, they used hit-and-run tactics, human creativity against machine precision. Dr. Rodriguez monitored shield status planetside. Orbital shields down to 60%, city shields still holding at 90%. We need a new approach, Lucas decided. Zelthanor, is there any way to disrupt their central command frequency? Possible, but dangerous, the alien replied. You would need to penetrate their formation. Get close enough to transmit counter-signals. I'll do it, Lucas stated firmly. Captain, Katie protested, that's suicide. The Wanderer's Hope has the strongest shields, Lucas pointed out. We're equipped with all the Void Seeker upgrades. We have the best chance. General Webb's voice cut through their private channel. Negative, Captain Bennett. I need you alive to coordinate with our allies. Admiral Green will take a battle squadron for the mission. On Earth's surface, citizens watched the light show in orbit with fear and fascination. Children pressed their faces against reinforced windows. Adults held hands, praying for their defenders. 3 Earth battleships broke formation. They accelerated toward the center of the Dominion fleet, shields blazing as energy weapons battered them constantly. 2 ships exploded before reaching their target. The third, Admiral Green's flagship, pushed through. Transmitting countersignal, the Admiral reported. Attempting to disrupt automated systems. For 30 seconds, the Dominion ships paused, their firing. Their formation wavered. Earth's fleet seized the opportunity, focusing all weapons on the closest enemy ship. The Dominion vessel's shields flared and failed. Energy beams and missiles impacted its hull directly. Explosions rippled across its surface as vital systems overloaded. "First kill," Ryan shouted on the Wanderer's Hope. "We got one." But the victory cost Earth. The Dominion ships recovered quickly. They focused their combined firepower on Admiral Green's ship. It vanished in a ball of plasma. Shields failing. "Across the line," Katie reported. "We're losing ships fast." Lucas watched 3 more Earth vessels explode. The Dominion adaptive programming had learned from the counter-signal attack. They wouldn't fall for it again. "Damage report," he ordered. "Orbital Platform 3 destroyed. Platforms 1 and 4 at critical damage. Fleet down to 70%. Strength," Greg replied grimly. The Dominion pressed their advantage. 2 enemy ships broke from formation, accelerating toward Earth. They intended to establish bombardment orbits for their planet-killer weapons. "Stop them," Lucas commanded. "All available ships intercept." Earth's remaining vessels charged the advancing Dominion ships. The Wanderer's Hope joined them, its modified weapons firing continuously. Space between them became a light show of destruction. One Dominion ship faltered under concentrated fire. Its engines destabilized, causing a feedback explosion that shattered its structure. But the second enemy vessel pushed through, reaching Earth's atmosphere. "Protective shields engaging," Planetary Defense announced. "All civilians to hardened shelters." The Dominion ship tried to maintain orbit while charging its planet-killer weapon. Earth's surface shields glowed white-hot as they deflected preliminary bombardment. "We need you on the ground, Captain," General Webb ordered. "The surface battle has begun." Lucas hesitated. "What about the fleet?" "Captain Gregory will take command. We need Void Seeker expertise planetside when those ships establish bombardment positions." The Wanderer's Hope broke from the orbital battle, diving toward Earth's surface. The crew watched their sister ships continue fighting in space, knowing many wouldn't survive the next hour. As they descended, explosions covered Earth's night side. Dominion energy weapons tested city shields constantly. Some suburbs already burned where shields couldn't quite reach. "Landing coordinates confirmed," Greg announced. "Military Command Center Alpha." The ship touched down amid chaos. Soldiers ran between defensive positions. Medical teams treated wounded. Communications officers coordinated global responses to the ongoing orbital assault. Zelthanor and its 3 companion Void Seekers disembarked quickly. "Where do we establish countermeasures?" it asked General Webb. "Follow me," she replied, leading them toward an underground facility. "Our ground-based weapon systems need your targeting algorithms." Lucas gathered his crew. "Katie, coordinate with Fleet Command from here. Ryan, help with our defensive systems. Greg, monitor orbital developments. Dr. Rodriguez, work with the Void Seekers on countermeasures." "What about you, Captain?" Daniel asked. "I'm going to the front line," Lucas answered. "When those ships start dropping ground forces, I want to be ready." The battle for Earth had entered its critical phase. In orbit, the remaining Dominion ships regrouped for final assault. On the surface, humanity prepared for close combat with alien technology they barely understood. The planet-killer weapons began their final charge sequence. Earth had perhaps 30 minutes before total annihilation. Lucas knew they needed a miracle. Fortunately, humans had developed certain skills for creating miracles when survival demanded it. The ground shook as Lucas reached Earth's defense perimeter. Massive explosions lit up the sky above as orbital battles continued. Through his helmet radio, he heard constant updates from various commanders. The situation was desperate. "Planet, killer weapons charging at 30%, reported a voice on the emergency channel. "Estimated time to full charge, 22 minutes. Lucas joined General Patricia Webb in a command bunker. Holographic displays showed the battle from multiple angles. 2 Dominion ships hung in low orbit, their weapons pointed at Earth. The remaining ships in space fought to keep Earth's fleet from interfering. "Status report," Lucas demanded. "Not good," Webb replied bluntly. "We've lost half our fleet, both orbital platforms destroyed, but we took down 3 enemy ships. 4 more show heavy damage. That leaves 8 fully operational," Lucas calculated. Still outnumbered 4-1. Zelthanor appeared beside them, its form flickering with concern. The Dominion ships are executing their final protocol. When those weapons reach full charge, this planet ends. Can we get through to them? Webb asked. Contact the automated systems? Override their programming? Impossible, Zelthanor answered. They respond only to mission completion status. Dr. Rodriguez ran into the bunker holding a computer tablet. I've been studying their weapon signatures. I found something important. What is it? Lucas asked quickly. The planet killer needs a perfect aim. If we can destabilize the ship's orbital position even slightly, their weapons won't fire. The reaction could backfire on them. General Webb leaned forward. Explain. Remember the counter signal we tried in space? It disrupted their systems for 30 seconds. If we can create a stronger counter signal, launch it from multiple ground positions. Dr. Rodriguez worked the calculations rapidly. We might force them out of position. Would it work? Webb asked Zelthanor. Theoretically, yes, the alien replied. But you would need perfect timing and massive power. One mistake and they might fire the weapons early. We have to try, Lucas decided. What do we need? Coordinate every major power station on the planet. Focus all transmission arrays on those two ships. When ready, broadcast at maximum strength. Webb immediately started giving orders. Military technicians scrambled to connect power grids worldwide. Communications officers contacted every nation still operational. The planet's entire broadcast infrastructure turned into a weapon. 15 minutes to full charge, alarms announced. Evacuation impossible. All personnel stand ready. Lucas went to the external observation deck. He watched fighter jets engage Dominion drones that streamed from the orbiting ships. Explosions bloomed across the sky like deadly flowers. On the horizon, the aurora effect from the planetary shields created rainbow patterns. Beautiful and terrifying. Katie joined him. Captain, we're relaying coordination to all ground stations now. Everyone's working together amazingly well. Crisis brings out the best in people, Lucas replied. Sometimes. Planet killer charge at 60%, the announcement continued. General Webb contacted every major military command. All stations, prepare for counter-signal transmission. On my mark, every power source on Earth will feed into this attack. Zelthanor worked with Earth scientists, adjusting frequencies to match Dominion systems. This frequency pattern will overwhelm their automated navigation, but you must maintain transmission for minimum 45 seconds. Will the power grid handle it? Ryan asked, appearing with more reports. It'll burn out some systems, Webby admitted. But we either risk infrastructure damage or lose the planet. 5 minutes to full charge, alarms warned. Lucas watched the orbital displays. The two Dominion ships oriented themselves carefully. Their planet-killer weapons glowed brighter with each passing moment. Behind them, the space battle continued, as Earth's remaining ships desperately tried to reach them. All stations report ready, Katie confirmed. Planet-killer charge at 90%, came the warning. General Webb raised her hand. Power stations, initiate overcharge sequence. All transmission arrays lock onto targets. The bunker lights dimmed as power diverted to the massive broadcast effort. Outside, electrical transformers whined under unprecedented strain. Planet killer charge at 95%, the announcement continued. Now! Webb screamed. Every transmission array on Earth fired simultaneously. Stadium lights blazed toward the sky. Broadcasting towers, power plants, even experimental fusion reactors. Everything channeled power into a massive frequency burst aimed at the Dominion ships. The effect was immediate. The two ships in low orbit wavered. Their navigation systems received conflicting signals that overrode their targeting computers. Warning alarms blared in machine voices that no one understood. The planet-killer weapons, calibrated for exact angles, detected the position change. Safety protocols activated to prevent misfires. But the automated systems couldn't compensate. Fast enough. They're firing, Greg shouted. Planet killers engaging. But they fired wrong. The misaligned weapons created energy feedback loops within the ships themselves. Purple energy crackled across their hulls as the planet-killer technology turned inward. One ship imploded with devastating finality. The other exploded in a fireball visible from Earth's surface. The shockwave shattered windows across continents. The debris field created meteor showers that lit up Earth's atmosphere. But the planet itself survived. In orbit, the remaining 6 Dominion ships paused. For 3 full seconds they processed what had happened. Their automated response started changing. Then something unexpected occurred. The largest remaining Dominion ship powered down its weapons. It rotated to face Earth directly and transmitted a message on all frequencies. Humans of Earth. Void Seekers. Who remained? You have proven yourselves beyond our projections. Lucas grabbed the communication station. This is Captain Lucas Bennett. Are you surrendering? We are the Dominion Council, the alien voice continued. Our automated warships were meant to eliminate threats without question. Yet you demonstrated capability, resistance, and alliance formation beyond our predictive models. The Void Seekers helped us, Lucas admitted. Their defection started a cascade effect. 7 other assassin species have refused elimination missions. The foundation of Dominion control questions itself. Perhaps our methods require reevaluation. General Webb stepped forward. What are you proposing? Cessation of hostilities. Your planet has proven dangerous when threatened, but also valuable. The Dominion offers alliance status instead of conquest. Zelthanor's form rippled with surprise. This is unprecedented. The Council has never offered equal alliance to anyone. What are the terms? Webb asked cautiously. Technological exchange. Military pact against mutual enemies. Autonomy over your system. No tributes required. Lucas felt hope for the first time in 6 weeks. And the Void Seekers? What happens to them? They will face no punishment. Their actions have sparked necessary change within the Dominion. We acknowledge our outdated protocols. The remaining Dominion ships began withdrawal procedures. They gathered their dead and disabled vessels. Earth's battered fleet maintained careful distance but didn't fire. As dawn broke across Earth, the planet's defenders slowly stood down from battle stations. People emerged from shelters to watch the alien fleet depart. Cheers and celebrations erupted worldwide. Lucas found his crew gathered on the Wanderer's Hope. They were exhausted, traumatized, but alive. We did it, Katie said softly. Humanity survived, Ryan added. Dr. Rodriguez smiled through tears. And we made allies. Zelthanor approached with its companion, Void Seekers. Captain Bennett, your species has changed the galaxy. The Dominion's fear-based order is ending. What about you? Lucas asked. Will your people welcome you back? We are different now. Understanding human creativity has altered our consciousness. Perhaps we will serve as intermediaries between species instead of assassins. General Webb appeared on the ship's communication screen. Captain Bennett, formal alliance signing is scheduled for tomorrow. President Wilson requests your entire crew as witnesses. As Lucas looked at his crew, alien allies, and the damaged but unbroken Earth outside, he realized this was just the beginning. Humanity had faced extinction and forced an empire to change. Now the real work began, building a future where assassins became friends and fear gave way to cooperation. The Wanderer's Hope, scarred but intact, stood as a symbol of humanity's first interstellar conflict. Its crew would forever be remembered as the bridge between Earth and the stars. In the days that followed, as Earth rebuilt and formed new alliances, one truth remained clear. Humanity had proven that diversity, creativity, and unity were humanity's greatest weapons. When threatened with extinction, humans hadn't just survived. They had changed their enemies into partners. The age of alien assassins hunting humans had ended. The age of galactic cooperation had begun.